Happy Magical Monday. It is Michelle, Magical Michelle, and I'm so happy to be here with you. We are just entering into the new moon in Cancer energy right now as we speak. It happened just like 2 hours ago, and we are feeling the shift. At least I am. I don't know about you. Cancer is a very emotional sign. So if you're feeling some emotions, and it doesn't matter if it's good emotion, bad emotions, you're just feeling your emotions 1000%. That's why Cancer rules the moon, and the moon rules parts of our body that are represented by water, and our body is 65 or more percent water. So really, we're feeling it like the tides, and there's a lot of energy in the air. So allow yourself to be this whole week. It's the last part of Cancer season. We'll be shifting out of Cancer season at the end of the week. But as we finish Cancer season and we're in new moon in Cancer, we have like this double Cancer energy. It does feel like an opportunity for a new beginning, a reset button, a renewal button. If you're feeling a little lethargic and you need a little bit of rest, there's a lot going on in the sky. And so really give yourself whatever it is you need this week. It's definitely a renewal and a rebirth energy. And there's also something else going on. So let's talk for a second about new moon in Cancer. So you have Cancer themes like home, and it's the feminine, so it rules motherhood and the feminine. It's very nurturing. So if you're feeling like you need to nurture yourself, nurture other people, lean into that. What areas do you need to be more tender, more caring, more loving to yourself and to others? This is a great time. In fact, you can't really see it, but I wore my love shirt today because it's reminding me to be more love, feel more love, allow more love in. There's actually a big pull to practice self-love, self-nurturing, self-affirmations. Affirmations are very, very powerful. And with any new moon, there's a process of letting go. So I always write out what I'm letting go and burn it or tear it up and let it go. And then I energize what I'm bringing in. The first few hours of the new moon, and that's all night Monday evening, and for the first 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even into Thursday, really affirming, writing out, affirming, visualizing your intentions for the next 28 to 30 days for the rest of this year. Since this is the 7th month, it's the first quarter of the second half of the year. And in solar astrology, the astrological solar sun, we're in really the solar new year come the 26th of July. So we're moving on the last day of the 777 portal, being that it's 717 2023, which is a 7. So we're on that last 7-7 portal energy. You're going to feel it one more time next week when you hit the 25th of next month. You're going to feel it one more time, or next week, you're going to feel that 7-7 portal one more time. The next day being the solar and cosmic alignment of the sun with the galactic energies. And then we'll start the 8-8 portal. So there's a lot going on there, but also, and this is what you may be feeling more than the Cancer new moon, and you think it's just the new moon. Here's what's happening, and it's really, really important astrologically. We have the lunar nodes moving, and this happens only once every 18 months. And this is the polarities of the astrological system. The true north right now is moved from Taurus, where it's been for 18 months, into Aries, and Aries going from an earth sign into a fire sign. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so it's fire, it's beginnings. It's so to me this is like a double beginning day, like, and the fact that it's the second half of the year and or the solar new year. So whichever way you want to look at it, there's a lot of new fresh start energy, and there's going to have momentum for the next few weeks on that new beginning energy. We also have Scorpio on the south node moving from Scorpio into Libra, and Libra is a balance sign. So if you're looking for balance, you're looking for harmony, this is going to be part of what's happening right now. So you're feeling this shift and you may not even realize it. So it happens every 18 months, and it is a series of feelings. And so there's a lot here. So how do you navigate that? First of all, I want to just light our new moon candle. I have this Cancer new moon candle for fresh beginnings. So start by taking a few seconds, coming back to your center, coming back to your heart, and use that water energy. Cancer is a water sign, and it's the moon. So just imagine that this moon and water is coming through you, washing away and cleansing you. It's removing old programming. It's removing other people's energy. Just close your eyes and just feel the wash through you, over you, and know that you are being renewed and restored. And one of my words for today is revitalized, really re-energized. And it's almost like you have had maybe a battery that has run down. This will help you refill that battery, refill your cup. Imagine you're a chalice and you're refilling. So as you do that, let's just take a moment and set an intention. Maybe it's a word. So for me, it's rejuvenate and reboot and restore. So I've got 3 words, but maybe it's a feeling. Maybe it's an intention. Maybe there's something you want to see happen in the next 30 days. Maybe there's something before the next new moon that you really want to call in. And we have this very powerful month of August where we have the 8/8, as we always do, but we also have a blue moon where we have 2 full moons in August. So the next full moon that coincides with this new moon is actually the first of the 2 full moons connected to a blue moon. So what you're calling forth now is really for manifesting in the next 6 weeks. So it's 6 weeks and 6 months. And that really even could extend out into the next 18 months with this lunar node change of the north node moving into Aries and the south node moving into Libra. So take that and let's ignite. Let's thank you, friends. I have this magic lighter. It's very cool. It's blinged out, and it has the tarot card, the High Priestess, and it was a gift from my friend Leona. And so I just want to show you how fun is this magic lighter. And the candle was made by Christina, who is also, it's a soy candle, and it's got some beautiful things. And you know I love my magical items, and today is a magical Monday. It's a new moon on Monday, and I can't help it when there's a new moon on Monday. I just hear Duran Duran coming through my through my mind's eye. So happy new moon on Monday, Cancer moon. We have a lot of birthdays. We just had Leona's birthday. We've got our own Ms. Mechanism's birthday coming up this week. We had just all of you Cancer birthdays. I wish you a happy birthday, and all of you, may you have just a powerful spiritual rebirth here with this very powerful new moon. So as we light up the world, let's light it with our High Priestess candle and our High Priestess tarot card. And if you're interested, I'm actually going to start doing the journey through the tarot for a 5-month journey through tarot card initiation, the hero's journey. We're going to touch every single card in the tarot deck, and we're going to learn its meaning, and we're going to make it personal, and we're going to create your own hero's journey over the rest of this year. So I'm lighting my candle in the intention that all of you who are ready to come join us on this journey, it's going to be Tuesday nights, that each of you, if you feel so called, actually will join us on this beautiful journey through the tarot. And that'll be every other Tuesday from August into December, and that you're ready to ignite what is true for you on this new moon. So setting that intention, and I want you to set your own intention, write it down, speak it into being. Have you ever heard of the 3-6-9 method? This is something from Tesla that's getting a lot of energy right now. He talks about the 3-6-9 and the vibration of those numbers, and how this is the keys to the universe are part of those numbers. And so a lot of people are spending 3 different times in meditation a day. And I actually started doing this, writing down your new moon manifestation 3 times a day. So you can do it 3 times in the morning. Then on the second time write it down six times. And then in the evening, you write it down 9 times. So I'm so grateful and thankful this is in my life now. And then you fill in the blank, and you write this 3, 6, and 9 times, which equals 18, which then equals the number 9. So you kind of get all of the numbers in there in a powerful spiritual way. So that's a little technique that you can use for this new moon if you should so desire. And you could start that on Tuesday. You could even start by writing it out 9 times tonight if you're watching this late on Monday night. But if wherever you watch this video, no matter where you are in time and space, you can always write a new moon wish. You can always set an intention. You can always start writing or spelling or putting into being. So I usually think of saying it. I like to say my manifestation out loud. I like to write my manifestation into being or spell it out, which is spell casting. And I like to then visualize it in the frequency of it is already done. And when I do that, I actually try and engage each of my senses. I try and taste it. What does success taste like? So in this case, my favorite thought on success is no longer champagne, which is what my youth would have called success. But really, success for me tastes like a chocolate protein shake made for me. So I don't even have to get up. I don't have to clean out the blender. Somebody has made this beautiful protein shake and brought it to me. That's what success tastes like. My morning protein shake. And then the smell, for me, smell of success is sitting by the beach. So I'm drinking my protein shake, sitting by the beach, smelling the salt water. And what does it look like? Well, of course, it looks like the sunrise or the sunset, looking at the beach and feeling the sun just setting on the water. And how does it feel emotionally? It feels like satisfaction. It feels peaceful. It feels restful. What does it sound like? It sounds like the ocean waves. You get what I'm saying, like taste, smell, sound, visual, and touch. What does it feel like? Well, in this case, I can feel the nubs of the rhinestones on this. I can feel the candle in my hand. I can feel all of you in my heart. That's what success feels like in my body and in my tactile touch. So I want you to think about, what does it feel like? What does it touch feel like? And what does it emotionally feel like? It feels calm, it feels peaceful, it feels joyful. And so that's what we're doing right here. We're looking at, how are we going to show up for ourselves? How are we going to nurture ourselves? How are we going to allow ourselves that next new beginning? And time is always a very interesting thing. It is always this circle of time, right? There's always an ending, a sense of completion. In fact, this morning when I was meeting with my accountability partner, Jillian, we meet usually every Monday morning, we pulled the card completion, and it was a snake who was eating its tail. And this is a sign of every beginning is always an ending. And I always find it so interesting because I think of it right now as the high peak of summer. It's hot, it's Florida, it's like 100 degrees every minute of every day. But she's in South Africa, and it is exactly opposite there. It's cold, it's winter, and so they're feeling the death cycle, and I'm feeling the sun cycle, the rebirth cycle. And yet a different person, a client of mine today, actually saw the phoenix come up. So I really feel that there's an energy right now of ending things to begin things and to step into a new identity. And I always think that that's the key here, is to be the identity of the version of you that already is. When we're in the energy of gratitude, when we're in the energy and the identity of who we are stepping into, who we are becoming, we are already whole. We don't have to do anything to be worthy or deserving. We're already whole, and we're already loving, and we're already grateful. Then even the hard stuff comes so much easier, right? Even the hard stuff comes so much more gracious and gentle and loving and kind. So be kind to yourself, and remember, everybody else around you is going through this life at the same time. So if there's astrology that's making it a little bit of stuff going on for anybody, remember that every human on this entire planet is going through something. So give a little bit of kindness, give a little bit of compassion, and remember that's how we're going to change the world. We're going to change it one step of compassion at a time. So start with yourself. Give yourself a little nurturing, a little bit of self-love, a little bit of gratitude, and then share that gratitude, share those conditions with others, and just watch as you might be surprised just how much love and gratitude and compassion you get back. It just takes one person to start the gratitude chain, to start the nurturing chain, to start the graciousness chain, and you're going to start seeing the grace come back to you tenfold. Give a little grace, receive a whole lot of grace. It really works that way. Just like give a little worry, get a whole lot of things to be worried about. When we are in a frequency, when we have chosen to be something, the the algorithms of life really give you back exactly what you're putting out. So if you're putting out gratitude, the universe is going to give you something to be grateful for. When you're giving out worry, it's going to give you more to be worried about. It's just an energy thing. It's part of the frequencies. That's why I love the understanding of Tesla and technology and frequencies, is because it really does work. Now, it doesn't maybe work if you're putting out one gratitude and a whole bunch of worry and you think, well, why didn't that gratitude work? It really does take changing your state. You can't be in a state of lack and a state of gratitude at the same time. And this is why gratitude becomes such a powerful practice, because you cannot be without something if you're grateful, even if it's not the same thing. You're in a state of grace when you're in gratitude. You're in I have. You're in this is like, even if all you're able to be grateful for is I'm still alive, or I have a roof over my head, or there's this beautiful flower in front of me. You are in a state of receiving. And that gracious receptivity will shift your energy every single time. And so back to just the basics today. And that's really what Cancer new moon is for to me. Back to the beginning, back to the basics. Keep it simple, keep it powerful. Remember to rest, restore, and renew. So you've got a lot going on this week in the astro field. So the simplest practice is to just really focus on what you're grateful for, what you're calling in, what you have, and let go of anything that isn't that in your identity, in your world. I was just getting rid of some stuff in my paperwork because it's not who I am anymore. So it's okay to let go of an old identity. You don't need to keep it for future reference. Your memories will bring back anything you need. All you need to do at this point is make that decision and anchor who you are, who you're becoming, in a state of gratitude. And I love the way Viana Seibel says it, which is, I'm so grateful for who I am, so grateful for who I'm becoming. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for all that I have, and I'm grateful for all that I am to receive. And she has more to it than that, but this is a way to be already grateful for what is coming. And I think there's a lot coming for all of you coming up in the next few months. If you want to work with me on that, I do have the Living Magically coaching program. I do have the absolutely magnificent Journey Through the Tarot class coming up that's starting in August. And if you want to do something in person, we are about halfway full on the summer surrender retreat that I'm doing with Leona, Angela, and Marissa. And I'd love to have you in Altamont Springs, Florida. Come down, spend an entire weekend immersion, preparing yourself to be the energy frequency of who you're becoming and who you desire to be, and really release the old and embrace and embody the new. So I love you. Don't forget to live magically, and I'll see you again next week.